Yeah, Gerry Bohanon is just putting on the headset. And first of all, how was the food?
I didn't eat.
What?
It looked so good.
How did you not eat?
I was telling Jack this. Man, Jack, actually, I just ate.
Oh.
And I came here, and I get up and walk by. I'm like, I kind of want to play, but if I eat a plate, it's probably not feel too good after. But it looked so good.
Oh, it's so
I'm talking
good.
about from the mashed potatoes to the salad to the meat. Oh my God, it looked good.
You're gonna have a lot of opportunity because they cater up in the stadium. I know they do a lot of catering for the team. So
I'm all good.
Tucano's kills it. It's like,
that looks good.
Oh yeah, it's one of the elite eateries here in the state.
Oh, I can tell. That looked good.
But how was the golf though?
I didn't golf today.
You didn't play?
Wait a minute. You haven't eaten and you didn't play golf. Like, Gerry, come on, man. You got to enjoy the moment here a little bit.
I'm enjoying the moment. I got to see other people golf, but I'm on this. Me and Jack Kelly started golfing last week. We were not ready to come out here. We just weren't. We were completely honest with ourselves. We was like, yeah, we could golf. It'd be fun. We enjoy it, but we can't do that. We can't. We're not ready.
What kind of personality is Jack Kelly?
He's actually hilarious.
Is he really?
Me and him I've been spending quite a bit of time together lately. We go eat sometime, and we're both trying to get this golf thing done. So we go out and go to the range or anything and just hit, and we just have the best of times because it's a way to step away from the game and kind of get to know each other as people instead of just football players that go in and compete every day and work out.
What's it like as a guy that's, been at a couple different places, but now you're settled in at BYU? Is it like you're a freshman all over again and trying to learn new faces and where to go and where to park and all that? I mean, how hard is that? Because you've been playing college football for a long time and now you hit the reset button. Is it weird? Does it feel like you're going back in time a bit?
Honestly, not really, because once you graduate, the park is no issue because you really don't have to go to class like that.
Oh, that's good, man.
You get a balance with that where you don't have to report on campus. Like I haven't been on campus here yet, besides the SAB or the indoor.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I've graduated. So that's you put that work in early. You kind of on the back end. If you're one of the guys that end up staying in college longer years, then you can casually just focus on football and spend most of your time on football. But for me, I think when you're an older guy, you kind of know what to expect and you know how things go when you get on campus. So as long as you work hard, everybody kind of gravitate to you and welcome you in with open arms because you're coming here for a reason. You're a competitor. That's the thing about football. People think it's something crazy, but if you can be a 17-year-old, you come in and you work hard, everybody gonna love you because you understand that the goal is to win games here. Whoever playing, get everybody better, you get better, make sure the guys around you are getting better, and so that's the goal. So instantly there's a respect. Once you see a guy that comes in and works, there's a respect and you become a fan of that guy.
So what is the class schedule like for the season for you? Like, do you do any class?
Yeah, I have to take classes to stay eligible, but kind of just whatever I can get into to allow me to focus on football.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That'll be nice because sometimes the classwork can really –
Oh, I remember. I remember those days. But my first 2 years of college, I wasn't playing. I was one of those guys that had it all but needed to be developed. So my mom was a principal and a teacher, so she was like, oh let's grind right now.
So we're not messing around with this.
Yeah, I got my degrees really, really fast.
Oh, that's good. Hey, when A-Rod and those guys come and they recruit you and they get you to go to BYU, what was the message about? I mean, did they say, hey, look, we're not promising you anything. We'll give you an opportunity to compete, or were there thoughts on playing time? Like, what were your anticipation of what your role was going to be when you came to BYU?
Well, you just said it best. You said an opportunity to compete. Everybody know I got injured. I didn't know I'd be playing. I didn't know if I would be playing football this year. Doctor told me I'm probably done.
Wow.
So for me, all I needed to hear was that O word, that opportunity word. All I needed was an opportunity. And I told them thank you. When they came to see me throw, and I just said thank you. And the opportunity is all I needed. I've never been a guy wanting anything handed to me or anything like that. So just getting the opportunity and putting in a year of work just to get to this point that you didn't even know if you get there was just enough for me. I mean, it was a tough year, but I'm appreciative to be here. I'm very thankful for those guys for the rest of my life. Thankful for Kalani, A-Rod, Matt. They gave me the opportunity to come here. I would never ever forget it.
How do you feel like your body's responding?
My body's amazing.
Is it?
I feel probably like I'm a freshman right now. If I'm being completely honest with you, I feel better than I did like a long time. Because, once you get into it, you kind of get banged up. You're going to get banged up. It's just a physical game. But, like, having that reset year, that year off, just rehabbing and not physically getting hit and training and practicing too hard, I think it kind of gave my body some time to kind of recuperate. Because I was that guy that never took breaks. Football is my everything. So, for me, I never ever want to take time off from it.
I got to imagine it kicked up the appreciation for the game again, too, huh?
I was just telling somebody. Like, you go from appreciating becoming a starting quarterback and winning games to appreciating being able to go to a workout. So when it's hard, there's no right to complain. There's no reason to complain. You have no reason or no even space to complain because you couldn't do this. I couldn't do this. So for me, I'm just enjoying it.
Is this I guess from what you've worked with before from an offensive standpoint, is this a hard offense to learn? Is it more complex, less complex? Like, what are the differences of what you're learning now as opposed to what you've dealt with in the past from a schematic standpoint?
At Baylor, we ran something that was similar, but a lot of the terminology and everything changed. And I will say that it is a complex offense because we do a lot of motioning, a lot of different formations, a lot of shifts, and the play calls are pretty long. So from that standpoint, I would say that it's complex because in college you have a lot of offenses that are very, very simple. They don't do too much, but this one is one where you get the play action game, the naked game, drop back, situational football, the run game, the run checks. You have everything involved in it. So for me, I will say that it is complex, but it's good. That's what you want.
What's it like being the only guy on the team, player or staff, to understand what it takes to get a Big 12 championship? Is there anybody else that understands it or that knows it or that's even been around? You're the only one, right?
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Okay, so do they come to you like, all right, Gary, what does it take to be a Big 12 champion?
No.
But they
when
should.
When it comes to the words. I think, honestly, I've said my fair share of words about it and what I've seen and the way that we did it. And, we were projected second to last.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. It was a wild performance.
And I just tell people, you just got to work. So
you were one of about 12 people that jumped onto the national scene that year. Yeah. It was like nobody really saw that coming.
Nobody.
And it was big, and it was violent, and it was incredible.
It was, and it became fun. I tell guys.
How did you do it, though? What happens in that?
We were probably that was the most competitive team I've ever seen. And I tell guys, we became good because we fell in love with competing with each other. There was a healthy, friendly competition at everything. If we were eating crawfish, it was a competition. And I tell guys, to win the game, you have to be a competitor. Like, to win, you have to be a competitor. Each Saturday, there's a team coming here. You're going to go face a team that train. They all can run. They all can jump. They all put on the pass and do everything that we do. How do you set yourself apart? That is a question you must ask yourself every single day. How will you set yourself apart today? How did you get better today? Because if you could just go to the workout, everybody in the country have a workout. What did you do extra to get better? How are you helping this team? How are you helping the brother next to you? How are you going to compete and fight for that brother next to you on the field on Saturdays? That's something to think about. And I think when we won, it started in if you were to come see a practice, you would be amazed at the way we competed. Like, when I would say we competed, I'm talking about, coach, like, we got to cut practice short. Like, we got to stop. Like, no more live periods. Like,
it was getting that crazy.
It was that, but it was never
something you've never seen before in your playing.
I've never
career.
seen it, but it made me look at the game differently. It was like, okay,
can you get that in fall camp?
We can.
Here in Pro Bowl?
We can. I think we can. I think we have every piece we need. Just got to get everybody on board. And it's not about getting 100 guys on board week one of fall camp. It's about getting 10, 15 more guys each practice, each week, to kind of understand that this is the way you do it. And now those guys and the guys that look up to them are going to follow those guys. So now you got 30 guys following it. It's about getting as many guys as you can to trust this process, and this is the way we're going to do it. And look at us going 1-0 every day. I tell everybody, let's go 1-0 every day. Not 1-0 every Saturday, 1-0 every day.
Every day. Yeah.
Well, Gary, man, this is a fun conversation. Appreciate it. Good luck this fall. Good luck coming up into fall camp, and let's do this again here soon.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
It's a pleasure meeting you, honestly. And I got my fingers crossed for you. I mean,
you.
what I've mentioned multiple times this quarterback room, it takes everybody.
It do.
It's a long season.
It's a long dude.
And you just don't see one quarterback do it anymore.
It's so rare.
It takes
it's
everybody.
So rare. And that's what you want it to be that way, but you got to understand. And one thing, everybody like talking about a competition. Every day is a competition. If you are a competitor, you want it to be a competition. You don't want to hand it to you. It's no fun.
Yeah.
You want to go out there and grind and make a guy get better and a guy to make you get better, because you have to look yourself in the mirror every day and hold yourself to a high standard every single day.
And how much more that means when you get it.
Exactly.
Because you know what you had.
You know what you did when nobody saw it.
Yeah.
You know what you did.
Yeah.
And that's the way you got to wake up and live your life.
Awesome. All right, Gerry Bohanon right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Fascinating conversation.